to Walking the Path. I'm so happy to be here, and we're happy to be here. We're happy to be at Rythmia, open with guests for the first time since March. We have had an amazing week here. It's Thursday in beautiful Guanacaste, Costa Rica. This is John Jacob Mubarak coming to you live from Rythmia. And it is raining down here. It's the end of the rainy season, but we've had a little bit of leftover from the hurricane that hit far north of us in Nicaragua. But we just got a lot of rain, and it's quite beautiful. Hey, Lyric, great to see you. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. So I wanted to talk today on Walking the Path. Walking the Path is a weekly Facebook Live. Hey, Sand, welcome from Connecticut. Great. Everybody, if you're listening, throw a message in the chat. Let me know where you're listening from. Vancouver, BC. Hey, Russell. We got a lot of Canadians here this week. So we've got guests here for the first time. And, the title of this talk is It Works. And I was just struck talking to people. This is now, they've had 3 ceremonies. Hey, Danielle from Quebec. Nice to see you. Ravi de faire votre connaissance. That's about all the French I know, but there we go. And Minnesota, Greg. Minneapolis, St. Paul. I think that's where you're from. And Houston, Nushin. Welcome from Houston, Michigan. Michael Stewart. Hey, Cindy Morgan from Arizona. What's up, Cindy? We got Dallas, Texas in the house. Colombian girl. Right on, Carolina. And Vincent from South Carolina. Michigan. Mickey from Michigan, welcome. Noblesville, Indiana. Wow, everybody, thank you. Sandy Carr. So listen, here's what's up at Fairbanks, Alaska. Wow. And Morn is sending some beautiful messages. I'm hoping that's a mistake, Morn. But and London, hello, Sloan from London, and Nottingham, UK, Canada, Jacqueline, Dallas, Texas, Amy Everett, wow, Winnipeg, great. Welcome, everybody. Australia, Byron Bay, holy moly, we're all over. Okay, so I'm really excited. Thank you, everybody, for letting me know where you're at. Hey, Dorita, and welcome, Nushin, in November for you to come. So here's what I want to tell you. It works. We've had guests this week coming, and it's remarkable. It's been so long since we've had guests here doing the medicine that, you just kind of forget how amazing and miraculous it is. And so this is people's journey that's been here. Like, we've had guests. I had a gentleman that was really, really struggling. I talked to him on Tuesday after his first ceremony, and, he was like, I got what I need. I'm good. Thanks so much. I'm not going back. Forget this. I'm out of here. And he decided to go to ceremony on Tuesday night. And boy, yesterday morning, he was amazing. And then this morning, he just said, I'm so glad. It was so funny when I said, I got everything I needed. I'm good. He said that Mother Ayahuasca, in a very loving way, kind of laughed at him and then showed him all of these things. He released all this guilt and shame that he had. He healed the relationship with his wife and children, and he is brand new. He is born again, is what he said to me today. It's his birthday. His birthday's coming up next week, but he said last night was his birthday. After the healing and after the blessings. So this is what's so amazing, is this arc that we see every time. It's the typical hero's journey, right? Like, in every hero's journey, if you're familiar with Joseph Campbell's work on the hero's journey, the hero begins, he leaves his home, he or she leaves their home, the hero or heroine, and they go out into the world. And as they're going out into the world, they come up against obstacles and challenges that they have to gain new skills and develop new capacities in order to meet these challenges. And then they're really at a point, and they're coming around this circle of the hero's journey, they get to a point where they're really more powerful than they've ever been in the storyline. They have more skills, more gifts, more talents, more capacities. And then something happens, and it seems as though all is lost. In every hero's journey, there gets a moment where it's like, oh, this isn't going to work. I can't do it. Doubt comes in, and it's the self-doubt. And at that moment, the challenges seem so real that it's making the hero or heroine believe that they're going to give in, that they can't overcome this challenge. And the trick in the hero's journey is it's always that the wall that seemed to be so solid was never really there at all. That dragon that they were slaying wasn't nearly as powerful as it seemed to be. And they overcome that challenge. And that's the final overcoming of doubt that is the last egoic structure, right? It's the last death to the self. And then the hero or heroine comes back to their community with these new gifts, talents, and skills, and is able to deliver what they learned on their journey and come back to the community and enrich the community. This is the hero's journey. This is what happens at Rythmia every week. So I want to look back. There's a lot of comments coming in. And we've got Dorota from Wessex, UK. Wow. And we have Tayeta from Wyoming. Beautiful. Great to see everybody here. So that's the hero's journey. When I say it works, I'm hearing people at lunch today and breakfast this morning talk about this being the best. It was like everybody I talked to today at lunch. How was your night last night? Oh, it was the best night of my life. Best night of my life. I heard that 3 times at lunch today. It was the best night of my life because something is being released. They're merging back to a place of wholeness, seeing who they've become as a result of this split, and then merging back to a state of wholeness. And in that merging, people came here to heal the relationship with their wife or their children or their spouse. They came to heal a relationship with their friends, to heal their son or daughter. And what they're finding is that it's their own hero's journey. And in healing themselves, they're healing that relationship. It's always that inward journey. It's always here. It's always in subject. It's never in object. So that's one of the pieces that we want to say. We've learned so much in doing this with over 7,000 people over the last 5-6 years, that we've seen this consistent pattern consistently, that people go into it, they rub up against some things, and then they think like, I want to quit. And then they push through that. And on the other side of that is this tremendous release of guilt, of doubt, of fear, of all the old patterns that have been holding them back. And they're able to go back. They leave Rythmia renewed, merged with their soul, merged to a state of wholeness, and ready to go back out into the world full to overflowing with love, with life, and able to handle these challenges. One of the guys said to me today, he had this great merger, this great, amazing night last night. And then this morning, his wife called him. And he said she got on the phone and she just laid into him. She was really upset. She was jealous that he was here, that she didn't get to come, blah, 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 or whatever the issues were. And he said, I just was able to hold space for her. I love her so much that I was able to just listen and not take it personally. He said, before the medicine, I would have responded to that call completely differently. So this is why the title of this talk is It Works. Phyllis, thank you. Always on subject, never on object. And the reason for that is, Stefan Hoffman, Rythmia fan. The reason for the idea that it's always the subject is because it is in the subject that we have agency. The subject has power. The object doesn't have the power. So the agency is here. And when whatever it is, if it's an issue that I'm having with somebody, this doesn't mean that I am taking the blame for everything, but the responsibility for how I choose to respond. My ability to respond to the external stimuli is my responsibility. My ability to respond to the external stimuli is my responsibility. And so this is what changes, right? It doesn't change out there. It changes in here. That's why it's always the subject, not the object. So, hey, Gordon, I'm glad you like the YouTube live feeds, man. We do too. We got a new platform thanks to our amazing creative director who helped us find this beautiful platform that lets us cross post and get things going. So we're up leveling everything. So there's a little bit of information about why this process at Rythmia, the Rythmia way, works, that you come here and we want you to experience this soul merger. And it's from this place. And get this, it is not a one and done. And I am not wanting to give you any sense that it's like, come to Rythmia and then your life is set from there on. No, the work is consistent. And this is the next thing I want to talk about. This process works. You will leave here changed. 97.55% of our guests report 6 months later that the miracle they received here is still working in their lives and that this was the week that changed their lives. Now, for that to occur, we have to take the what I'm going to call the approach of hygiene, right? This isn't a one and done. Like, I don't brush my teeth in the morning, and then if you came up to me after lunch and said, hey, you got a little something in your tooth there, I wouldn't be like, no, I don't. I brushed my teeth this morning. Or, like, I don't have to shower. I showered last week. I'm a very clean person. I showered already. No, you consistently shower. We're going to consistently brush our teeth and floss our teeth. And if somebody points something out, we're going to go and address it, right? Well, it's the same thing with our spiritual growth and development. It's not like I went to Rythmia, I'm whole and complete, bye, I don't have to do anything. No, it is consistent maintenance and hygiene. So we need to take the hygiene approach to our spiritual growth and development, and not the one and done or all or nothing or zero sum approach, which says I'm either right or I'm wrong. I'm either transformed or I'm not. I'm either awakened or I'm not. It's not that you're either batting 1,000 or you're striking out every time. It is rather that we have to have a consistent approach to our spiritual growth and development, which is that daily maintenance, that we're constantly checking in and recentering ourselves, shoring up to that original wholeness that we already always were, but we sometimes forget. So we have to come back to the trajectory, come back to the intention. And so that's the second piece. Like, this works. You're going to leave here awakened in a way, awakened to the miracles and potentials of your life. And then it is through the consistent work. We have aftercare programs, integration, etc., that helps you maintain that hygiene, that spiritual hygiene, if you will. And finally, today, I want to tell you a little bit about what we're doing in terms of our COVID protocols. But I want to answer Nushin. She says, how people treat you is their karma. How you respond is yours. That's really beautiful. That's really beautiful. It actually reminds me of a saying by Pericles, who was the Athenian statesman from the golden age of Athens, probably around 450 BC, maybe 500 to 450 BC was his reign. And he said, that which I am, I owe to those who came before me. And that which I become, I owe to myself. And so that kind of mirrors what you're saying, Nushin. That which, is coming at me, that which is outside of me, is I owe elsewhere, right? That's not me. But what I become, how I respond, that's me. That's what I owe to myself. And Lyric is arriving on Sunday. I'll be here. Alexandra, hello from Switzerland. Bill's coming on the 14th. Awesome. And Nadia says she wanted to take this plant medicine many years, and she's finally found the right place. Beautiful. I can't wait for you to come, Nadia. All right, so here's an update. When you guys arrive, I want to tell you about how we are handling this COVID situation, right? You are going to have an amazing experience here, because I don't know of any other resort in the world that has what we have, so that you can have the Rythmia experience pre-COVID. And that is basically that we have a rapid antigen test that we give you when you arrive on property, so that everybody here is already tested. So that, and then we continue to monitor both the staff and the guests once they're on property. So there's continuous monitoring, and so you can really have your experience pre-COVID. You can go to breathwork, you can be in the sauna, you can hug people, because everybody here has been tested. Amazing. So listen, I'm going to get up on out of here and let you guys know that we are so excited to have you back. We are now accepting new reservations. So you can reserve for end of November and December, new reservations, and through 2021. So book your stay. Come see us. We're excited to have you. The resort is new. We have new pool. We have new rooms. Everything's been remodeled. The grounds look beautiful. We're waiting for you. And we love you. And we appreciate you. Thank you so very much. All the richest blessings to you. Have a beautiful day.